Good. Well, it's Wednesday when I'm recording this, so that's a perk, right? It is late on a Wednesday, which means that this is not gonna come out tonight. Very exciting things happening. My hair is a mess. I worked hard today. I sweat. My hair is still kind of wet from sweating. I know, it's lovely. You're welcome. Exciting news. So, back home, Fort Wayne, Indiana. I have 2 homes now. It's nice. Fort Wayne, Indiana, Sugar Grove Church of God. It's my home church. Woot woot, shout out. And the Nordens / Dietz's / Zimmermans, I'm really close to the whole family. Lori is near and dear to my heart. I love Greg. Josh and I worked at Chick-fil-A up there together, and I love Karsten to pieces. We go way back with the family. So when Kayla told me when I went up there that she's coming down to Nashville for a semester, I'm like, oh, well, let me know when you're down here. So Kayla and Jen reached out to me last weekend. Hey, Kayla's moving in. We'd love to see you if it works out. So I went over and I saw Carl and Jen, which was dope. Missed their faces. And talked with Kayla and was like, well, you're totally on the way for me for my Tuesday night church that I go to. I'll text you Tuesday night and see if you want to go to church. She's like, okay. So Tuesday night came along, which was last night, because today is Wednesday, so that makes yesterday Tuesday. And I'm like, hey, do you still want to go to church? She goes, yeah, sure, let's do it. So I picked her up on my way to church. It went great. She loved it. I love Kairos. I love the pastor there that shares each week, Chris. He does a great job. And then when I drove her back to her apartment that she's at, she's like, yeah, so we're gonna do something called loading a rehearsal. Do you even know what that is? I'm like, well, it sounds like you're throwing gear, like you're loading stage gear for a rehearsal. And she goes, yeah, well, it's for Toby Mac. For who? Holy guacamole. Toby Mac, because that's the top of the tier for me when it comes to favorite Christian artists, and followed for a long time, and like can recite albums and like know the first song of his that I listened to. It was Irene, BT Dubs, not even on a Toby Mac record. It was Irene on the Now That's What I Call Christian Music 2000 something. It was the same one that had Comatose by Skillet, so that should give you some sort of time frame. But Toby Mac, all right? And I get home and I'm like, man, like she's down here with college and like going places and I'm not, feels like. And Janice is like, well, see if they need help. Invite yourself over. Hey, do you guys need lunch? Like that sort of a deal. And I'm like, you say it and it's so easy when you say it. It's a lot harder to do it when it's in person and it's you. She's like, or you can just do it. So I texted Kayla today around lunchtime. Hey, are you hungry? Do you need another set of hands? Do you want food? Do you want to bring you Chick-fil-A? Do you want me to help out? And she's like, that's funny. We just broke for lunch. It was great. But we're gonna head back. They want us back at 4. I can see if you can come. And I'm like, so I'm out and about doing Chick-fil-A things, passing out flyers for our family fun night at schools. I'm driving Janice's car because we rode together, but our work car wasn't there for today. So I just drove Janice's car, which had the battery die on me when I was away from the store, which I didn't feel guilty about at all, which is dumb. I know it's not my fault, but it's still like, hey, I'm gonna borrow your thing. Oh, it's dead. It's like you asking if you can crash in someone's 3rd bedroom and their house plants die. So Kayla texts me while I'm sitting in this car that won't start. She's like, they said you could come. And it's like getting close to 4 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, I'll be there as soon as I can. But I'm in a car that won't start for work. And I still gotta go home and then change into clothes that I could then go and help throw gear and like all this stuff. And she's like, well, okay, you can't take photos, you can't take pictures, you can't take video. But what's the fun? No. But I got back home pretty late and was getting ready and was like, okay, well, you still there? I didn't get an answer. Okay, well, do I just go to the address she gave me and be like, hey, I showed up? Or do I like wait until she says something? Or like, what do I do in this kind of situation? And then she responded. So I left and I went there, and that's why this is late, because from 6:30 until 9:30, I have been setting up Toby Mac's gear for his new Hits Deep tour and putting together like lighting panels and video panels and helping run cords and helping move risers that they're doing and trying to figure out what the setup is for the stage and helping put together big old rigs that have all these lights on them and stuff. And I'm like, my hands are filthy, not that you can really tell, but I mean, it was awesome. And I got to pick the brain of a guy that was there and be like, okay, so like this music tech job, like what's what's it like? And he's talking to me about like how he has 4 kids and how he lowballs at $400 a day because that's $100 a day to not see his kid. How long is he going to stay away from his family? And is this something that he still wants to do when he's 40? And it's like all of these big questions. And also like the what do I do next feeling never goes away, and how it's not like a super stable, secure job because there's slow seasons and you really never know what you're doing. I mean, it was just a lot of good things to hear. And then he also gave me he gave me a name of somebody to get in contact with and say, just tell him that you want to start as grunt labor in the shop and work your way up from there, which is great because like if I'm able to do the Chick-fil-A stuff during the day, I could get in at a grunt job and it'd just be like working a second job, but actually using my degree. So, like maybe doing some of that stuff. And like I know that I really want to do performance, but like you gotta start somewhere, which is kind of dumb because it's kind of like those commercials you see in a movie theater with like, do you dream of a job in showbiz? Come work at your local movie theater now. It's like, it's not the same thing. But I mean, I don't know, might as well find out. So speaking of what I'm doing now in Chick-fil-A, I've been really starting to kind of kick up the marketing stuff a notch. So every Monday night is now family fun night, which means that from 5 to 7 we have some sort of event or something that we're doing that's gonna kind of be fun for kids and for parents and just try to help boost sales for that Monday night and the time and help get families in the door. So I've put together like this whole plan. So like first week of January, first week is always gonna be Sunday, Monday. So like we'll have ice cream Sundays. Second week is always gonna be some entertainer. So Monday we had a magician come into our store and he was actually really good. And he made kids laugh, he made parents laugh. It was great. He did a great job. This coming Monday, I have craft night and we're gonna make marshmallow snowman, and then the following Monday is gonna be a pajama party with the cow. And I just found out today that we found our cow pajamas, which is very exciting because we didn't know where they were. I'm planning through February's stuff and trying to get all that solidified. Tuesday nights are college nights, and so that's part of what I was doing. I was out passing out flyers to elementary schools and kind of getting the word out, hey, you know, we're a Chick-fil-A in the area, we know there's a lot of families, we know there's a lot of single parent families, and we want to try to be a positive influence in their life and want to provide them with some sort of situation where both the kids and the parent can have fun. So that's been kind of fun getting into that kind of stuff, and I love it. It's new, which is, I know, such of a shock with me doing everything that's new, but I get to think outside the box, and I love trying to come up with creative solutions to stuff. So it's not really much right now, mostly because I'm starting out and I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm beginning to learn that that is a feeling that you pretty much just grow used to having as an adult. Happy adulting. But there was fun stuff. So last weekend, Janisa bought us tickets to go to a Harry Potter themed event, and they had a costume contest. Now, I'm aware that not everybody watching this knows exactly what Harry Potter is, but there are a couple of characters that we dressed up as, and our costumes were spot on. So first, we have Janisa, who dressed up as Professor Trelawney, who is the divinations professor, and is kind of kooky, which I think that you'll be able to see. Professor!
Oh, in the tea leaves, I saw it. We're gonna have an awesome time tonight.
Woo! She was great. She kept sliding into that persona, which was kind of annoying at times, but also you couldn't stop laughing, so you really couldn't even get annoyed at her, which was annoying in itself. Like, stop it! And then we had me with mine. So I dressed up as the fat lady from the Harry Potter book, who is a painting of a fat lady who guards the common room for the Gryffindors, or the house that Harry Potter is in. Like, in order to get to their dormitory, there's a painting, and she would go, password, and you would have to tell her the password. But like in the movies, she's got a little bit more of a role. But anyway, I dressed up as her.
I request entrance into the Gryffindor common room.
Password? But wait, first you must see a magic trick. I broke it with my voice.
Oh my god!
So she does that in the movie where she's like, I can break this glass using only my voice, and like sings at it, it doesn't break, and she's like, it broke. I kind of used that in it, and then when we went to go do the costume contest, like I did that in front of everybody, and everybody that had been in the area got really quiet, and then when I finished, they're like, yeah! And like started clapping for me, which felt great, by the way. And then halfway through the show, they called up all the costume people, and they're like, hey, so here's all the performers, and someone's like, do a high note! I was like, all right. And then I sang it again, and everyone's like, yeah! Which is great. And then at the end of the event, the MC again was like, and one more time for that fat lady costume. And so I was like, wah! It was like, I felt like a rock star. But there was a tie for first place, and it was Janisa and I. So it worked out, because they're like, you guys seem like friends, so we thought it'd be okay if you split first prize. And we're like, we're roommates, so we'd be sharing it anyway. We haven't even had time to go through the first place prize package yet, but we're excited that we won something, because we're not competitive at all. Yeah, won a costume contest. Fun stuff. This weekend I'm not really going to have too many exciting things planned. I have a coworker who bought the Spider-Man video game and said that I could borrow his PS4, so I am really looking forward to that. But it is late, and I think I want to go to work early tomorrow, at least like right now. I'm sure when I wake up in the morning I'll change that. So until then, hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great week. And I think I just might have to move into Thursday. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see you next Thursday.